welcome back to Happily Booked, the bookcast where two kindred spirits believe that the pursuit of happiness is the same thing as reading a gosh darn book and being able to talk about it. We're your hostesses, Brookie and
Becky.
And yeah, here we are. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me. So I guess I have a quote. I'm not supposed to have a quote. It's not really my job this week, but it's okay. I'll let it slide. Becky, would you like to tell everybody why it's my job to have a quote this week?
I may or may not have left my quote at home.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's okay. I hope you don't shame me this hard next time I forget. Okay, I have a quote, and I'm just going to say it. You ready?
I'm ready.
You are alone when something like this happens. Doesn't matter how many people love you and want to help you, you are alone. Isn't that horrible sounding?
That is so depressing.
It is. Oh,
what book is that from?
That is from The Wolf Gift by Anne Rice. You want to know what he's talking about, too, when he does that such depressing quote? It's actually a thought he has to himself.
Yes.
He's talking about turning into a werewolf and how alone he is.
Wow.
Yeah. Which I'm sure is traumatizing if that were to really be something happening to you. But it's like, when you think about it that way, it's like, oh, okay, you're being a little dramatic, sir. Yeah. Okay. So, do you have any hauls?
I do not have any hauls.
Me either.
I probably will next week.
Woo. I've been...
Have a haul?
I'm
sorry, the peanut gallery is giving me the 5th degree over here.
They're like, what are you talking about? I have been contemplating buying or ordering just a couple books online on Amazon if they're on sale for Amazon Day, Prime Day. Because Prime Day is actually 2 days, by the way.
Oh.
It's the 11th and 12th, so
that's
tomorrow and the next day. I don't know if they will be on sale or whatever.
So what books are you thinking about?
None in particular, I don't think. Just whatever strikes my fancy. So, as I got up and walked into the kitchen, I found this bag. It's not really a haul, but yesterday at our gender reveal, which, you know, if you don't know, we're having a boy. Yay! And what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So my grandmother came to the gender reveal. Obviously. So my grandmother came to the gender reveal, obviously, and she said, oh, I have some of your books to give back to you. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. Because I gave her, like, a box of books to read and just forgot about it. So she's been gradually giving them back to me as she's read them. So in a second, I was just going to go over them. That's kind of like a haul, I guess you could say, sort of. I did get a baby book.
Okay.
I actually got another baby book. Oh my gosh, I left it in the truck. As an actual gift from the gender reveal. Which
That's cool.
Obviously, nobody had to bring gifts, but it was really nice of her.
Yeah.
I need to go get that. I'm not going to get it right now, but yeah. So in a second, I'll go over that if we want to address our technical difficulty. Okay. So I'll go over those. I don't remember what I gave her. I think I gave her just a lot of books that my great aunt gave me. Mm-hmm. So just some that I felt like she would like. So this is actually kind of a surprise.
It's a mystery bag.
Oh, this is one of the ones Ranger chewed on. Precious. So this one's called 11th Hour, an FBI thriller by Catherine Coulter. Is that how you would say her last name?
Coulter.
Catherine Coulter.
Oh!
Did you jump?
She started to pull everything on that table off the table.
Yeah, she's a lunatic. Like, orange cats are cute and all, but, like, they're ridiculous. Don't worry, Emma to the rescue. Okay, so I'll read the synopsis on here. When Father Michael Joseph is viciously murdered in his San Francisco church, his identical twin brother, FBI agent Dan Carver, along with husband and wife agents Savi and Sherlock, is determined to find the monster responsible. There is a witness, a homeless woman words. A homeless woman whose identity is an enigma. When Nick Jones comes forward, Dane finds himself in the unlikely role of bodyguard. She just might be next on the killer's list, but which killer's list? It seems Nick Jones is running from her own nightmare.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I don't know if you caught any of that. I'm terrible at like remembering what I say out loud. Don't you love when they put gigantic pictures of themselves on the back?
Yeah.
Now we all know what Catherine Coulter looks like. Okay. Then the next one in here, another, is Sunset in Saint Tropez by Danielle Steele. I've heard her name.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the synopsis. As Diana Morrison laid the table for 6 at her elegant Central Park apartment, there was no warning of what was to come. Spending New Year's Eve together was a sacred tradition for Diana, her husband of 32 years, Eric, and their best friends, Pascal and John Donnelly, and Anne and Robert Smith. That's not a proper sentence. Is it? That wasn't right. There was no commas between those last, 4 people. And it shouldn't have said and, right?
I think in grammar, actually, the comma replaces and. So if they had all the ands, they did that instead of commas.
I hate that. Anyway,
Me too.
I hate that.
I don't like that either.
Awful. Okay. The future looked rosy as the longtime friends sipped champagne and talked of renting a villa together in the south of France the following summer. But life had other plans. Just 2 weeks after just 2 weeks after New Year's, tragedy strikes the heart of their close circle as Robert Smith suffers a sudden, unexpected loss. Without hesitation, Diana and Eric, Pascal and John rally to his side, united in their support, love, and shared grief. Convinced that a change of scenery is just what Robert needs, they urge him to join them on the Riviera in August. I'm pregnant. But as they soon discover the ramshackle old mansion they rented in Saint Tropez, sight unseen, is far different from the exquisite villa and sun-drenched gardens touted in the brochure. Cobwebs hang from the ceiling, beds collapse beneath them, all while a would-be housekeeper in a leopard skin bikini and 6-inch heels sashays through the house with a trio of yapping poodles at her heels. Well, she sounds horrible.
I was thinking you were going to say awful.
Insufferable. That's what she sounds like. But the biggest surprise of all is the woman Robert invites to the villa as his guest, a lovely, much younger film actress with mile-long legs and $1 million smile. Diana and Pascal hate her on sight. Me too. But the men are dazzled, and amid the crumbling furniture and glorious sunsets, the strained relationships, and the acts of forgiveness, more surprises are in store for the villa's occupants. With the last days of summer fast approaching, each couple finds themselves changing in unexpected ways as old wounds are healed, new love discovered, and miracles unfold, all beneath the dazzling sun of Saint Tropez. I will probably never read this. But somebody else is more than welcome to. And the last one she borrowed from me is another one that I think Ranger chewed on. Maybe. Is Promises of Change by Joan Medlicott.
Interesting.
There's a little subtitle or subtitle to the subtitle. A little tiny text at the bottom says, "Love never comes too late." Okay, I guess I'll read the synopsis on this too, because that's just what I'm doing these days. That's why I don't like hardcovers. Like, what's the point?
I always used to take mine off.
I always do too. If I do read a hardcover, the dust jacket is always coming off.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this thing called? Okay. In Covington, life seems settled into blissful domesticity. Happily married now, Hannah and Max together nurture the parkland they saved from developers. But their peaceful life is shattered when Max's estranged son, Zachary, returns from India with his pregnant wife, Serena. Soon there will be a new baby in Covington, and Hannah and Serena bond while shopping in preparation for the blessed event. But Hannah worries about the rift that still exists between Zachary and his father. Can it possibly be repaired? Despite her instant affection for Serena and for baby Sarah when she arrives, Hannah worries that Zachary's return may cause more heartache than joy. Has their quiet peace fled forever? Interwoven with the continued stories of Grace, Amelia, and others who have joined their circle, this beautiful and touching tale is a moving addition to the Covington series. Oh, so this is a series. Sure to be cherished by readers new and old. Oh, yeah. It says a Covington novel. A Covington novel right on the cover. That sounds more entertaining than Sunset in Tropez.
Yes, it does.
Or Sunset in Saint Tropez, whatever. Oh,
but car. You need the books that come before it.
Yeah. I feel maybe those series are, because the first one was a series, and then that one was a series. Yeah, I think these series are like, maybe, I don't know, because I've obviously not read them, but ones you can just sort of jump into, you know, I think, I hope, because otherwise I just gave my grandmother the middle of a series. Like, that's a horrible sin.
Maybe she didn't notice.
My mother-in-law got me this baby book, and I couldn't look at it too long because I was like, well, I'm going to cry. So, just because baby books make me cry.
Yeah.
It says, Just in Case You Ever Wander by Max Lucado. And look at that.
It's pronounced Lucado.
Lucado. And look at that. And it's one of those, I'll always love you, hug you, blah, 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 blah. I can't be too sentimental about it right now.
I didn't know he did children's books.
I didn't even know who that is.
He's a...
So.
I do because
I do.
But because I was raised in the Church of Christ.
Yeah.
And he is a Church of Christ preacher. As we say in the church, he's liberal. No offense to anyone out there who's quote unquote liberal. They don't like titles. So he's written a lot of books, but I didn't know that he wrote children's books. Max Lucado. He's very well known.
Apparently.
In the church.
Yeah, I was about to say, just not right here in this tiny bubble.
I mean, you'd have to grow up in the Church of Christ to know who he is, probably.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's my haul.
That's a pretty good haul.
Not really a haul, but kind of a haul. I mean, I just got those back just to probably give them to somebody else. So. It's whatever.
I've always imagined Danielle Still as a romance writer.
Yeah.
But like romance that I wouldn't care to read. And
that sounded like one I wouldn't care to read.
Yeah, after you read what that one was about, I was like, that's why I've never read any of her books.
Because it just doesn't seem interesting to you? Yeah. I know it said, what did it say? Mile long legs. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. Enough of this already.
I'd rather read a V.C. Andrews book.
Gag. Yeah.
And that's saying something.
Well, at least that one doesn't like drone on and on about her looks. Like
right.
One of them's in a leopard print bikini, sashaying around the
I think
villa.
That was written in 1975.
Yeah. It's just so like, ugh. Gag. Like we get it. So you're attractive. Funny. Okay. I don't have mile long legs. I don't want mile long legs.
I wish mine were a little longer. I
embrace
like
your
if
shortness.
I were taller, I would be thinner.
That's not always how it works.
Stretch out the fat a little bit. Also, I could reach things.
Yeah. I will say, earlier in the grocery store,
after
I came back from my first workout session with my prenatal coach,
it's nice to have friends.
Doesn't that make me sound posh?
It does.
I'm better than everyone.
She's not really posh, guys.
No, I'm not.
She just knows people.
Far from it. Yeah, I like couldn't almost reach something I was trying to get, and I was like, oh, this is so embarrassing. I'm gonna have to ask somebody for help. And then I was just gonna be like, I don't need it like that bad.
The baby's in the way.
Yeah. I am starting to, I know I said this to you before we started to record, but for the people who can't see me, t-shirts are no longer concealing my secret. Which is not a secret, but,
So, talk about the weekend a little bit.
Yeah.
We hung out at your in-laws' house.
Yeah.
For the gender reveal. It was fun.
Was it fun? I mean, we had fun. I was hoping everybody else also had fun. I know it was hot.
Yeah, it was a little warm, but actually in the shade it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, and we had fans, and there was water. I don't know, we were trying to...
Ella's hot-natured, so her face was really red when we left.
So is my sister.
But, I mean, other than the fact that she almost passed out.
Right.
She really wanted to go play that, what is that game
called?
Oh,
cornhole.
Yeah. I don't really know how to play that game.
I'm not very good at it.
But she really wanted to go play, so I let her go out there and throw the bags.
Yeah.
And she did it a few times.
Oh, we should have just moved them to the shade.
I thought she was going to pass out. I was like, so you're done, huh?
You're done. Yeah, one time Megan overheated at one of her birthday parties. Because her birthday's in June.
Yeah.
So, it's hot. And I don't know what, they were just all hanging outside, and she just got hot. I had to sit down for a while. She had like some cold rags on her head and stuff. Like she was really red. Yeah, she gets really hot like that too. So.
Yeah, her birthday's the day after mine.
That's right. That is right.
She texted me on my birthday and told me happy birthday.
Yeah, she's not as evil as she seems.
She's
not
think
evil.
She's evil.
She's not evil.
We have fake beef.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we've already put that behind us too.
Oh, I keep hitting this. I'm worried it's gonna mess up. Yeah. Yeah, she's all right. I'm just kidding. She's so excited to be an aunt.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She does wish it was going to be a girl, though.
Yeah, she kept saying that, and I was like, well, you keep saying it. It's not going to change it. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, we're glad.
Something exciting happened at our house, at my parents' house.
Whoop, whoop.
Ella lost a tooth.
Oh, wow.
And she, for whatever reason, got it in her head that she needed to wash it.
Okay, yeah.
And so she was in the bathroom and she dropped it down the sink drain. And so she came out and she was crying.
Yeah.
And so
it gone.
My dad is a plumber.
Oh.
And he has gotten things out of the trap before. As long as you don't run water, it usually stays in the trap.
Mm.
And so we were watching a show, and I said, well, we were getting ready to leave when the show was over, so I mentioned it to him on our way out the door.
Mm.
And he asked me if anyone had used the restroom since it happened, and I said, I don't know. Because I was not paying attention to if anyone was going to the bathroom or not. This poor old man got down under that sink and took the trap apart and rescued her tooth.
Oh my gosh.
And then, in true grandpa fashion, came up with a story for her the next day. He said, Ella, I want you to come here. He said, sit down. He goes, so I was sitting in here watching TV, and I heard someone in the bathroom. And I said, who's in there? And nobody answered. And I said, if you don't tell me who's in there right now, I'm going to come in. And he said, this little 3-foot lady came out of the bathroom, and I said, what are you doing here? And she said, I had to use my magical powers to get down into the septic tank and get Ella's tooth out of there.
I had to wash my hands.
And he said, so he asked her, I think he said, so are you going to give me the tooth so I can give it to her or something like that? And she says, no, it's mine. I went in the septic tank and got it. And he said, no, you owe her money for it.
Yeah.
And she said, no, I had to go down in that nasty septic tank. And then he wrestled the tooth fairy to get the tooth back. And he had this long drawn out story. It was so funny.
That's funny.
So she got her tooth back.
Yeah.
So that was
back in.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So that was our exciting thing that happened at our house over the weekend.
That's funny. Not a whole story.
A whole
storybook for this one tooth. That is in true grandpa fashion. That's funny. I'm glad y'all received the tooth back.
Me too. Now she's just got to remember to put it under her pillow so the tooth fairy can bring her money.
Yep. Got to. It's important. Dire purposes. What were we? Oh, I did my haul.
Yes.
You don't have a haul. Cool. Have you finished anything?
I did finish Nolan.
Nice.
I have not finished The Great Hunt.
Okay.
But Nolan ended. I still don't know how I feel about this.
You seem upset.
No, I mean, how it ended, there was just one little twist that I really didn't like.
Yeah.
How it ended was fine. It was good. I mean, it's Robert Jordan. It can't really go wrong, except that I don't like that his philosophy on carrying the story through these 3 books is that the city of Persepolis is the main character and not the people.
Yeah.
Because there are some things that are left
just hanging.
Yeah, that you never know the end story to.
Yeah.
Because it's not part of the carryover into the next book.
Sometimes I enjoy that.
Do you?
Yeah. It kind of vaguely reminds me of like Station 11 almost.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure you get kind of answers to everybody in Station 11, but how you just sort of meet them, learn about them, and then you move on to somebody else and you're like, well, what? You never know what happened to them. I don't know. I guess it has to be written a certain way, but if it is, I sometimes enjoy that.
Yeah.
So I also sometimes hate it.
I hate would be a really strong word.
Yeah.
It kind of just makes me a little bit sad.
Yeah.
Because there's just this one character who's left hanging for me. And I just really, if Robert Jordan ever listens to this, I really just need him to write a book about the afterlife of all these characters.
Mm-hmm.
I just need it for me personally. But I started the next book, Fairlane.
Fairlane?
Fairlane. Farilane, I think.
Okay.
And it's good so far. I'm enjoying it more than I enjoyed Nolan. How Nolan started off. I mean, Nolan started off with action, but I guess maybe because the main character is a female, that makes me.
It resonates a little bit more with you. Yeah.
And she's adventurous. I like that. And they do kind of, it's even funnier. So I think when I was reading Nolan, I told you that they had like the gender of one of the gods wrong because it had been 1,000 years since the first group of people, 800 years since the first group of people actually went to the underworld and talked to the gods, and like their gender because you went to the underworld with them and met them, right. So you know what the correct gender is.
Yeah.
And then in Nolan, people have changed like the spellings of some of the names and the genders of some of the gods, and it's like, how did we get from this is a female god to now she is a male god? Like, how did y'all screw that up?
Playing telephone over history.
And it's funny because history that does happen to history if it's not properly recorded, or even like, to the winner goes the spoils.
Right.
You can, if you're the winner, you get to write history how you want to.
Yeah.
And so even with history, you have to bear it with a grain of salt because whoever recorded it, they won whatever was going on. They won that war, and they wrote history how they wanted it to be written.
Yeah.
And so it's funny. And so now in Fairlane, we are another 800 or so years later.
Wow.
And she's talk
about high fantasy.
It is. And she's 200.
Me too.
And she's talking about all these things. Well, now even Nephron, who was the emperor in Nolan, and he was the emperor through 2 or 3 of the books for the Legends of the First Empire. Now there's all kinds of legends about him, and that his name wasn't really Nephrin. He wasn't really a Frey. He was a human. And all these funny things. I'm like, how in the world do you have it so messed up?
Yeah.
Like, how did y'all come?
And you're just waiting for them to finally get it right.
Right. And I'm like, so what if Napoleon Bonaparte was really a female?
Right.
I mean, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What if Napoleon Bonaparte was really 6 foot tall?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so funny to me. But we do that with our history. Like, we mess it up. And so it's very interesting, and I'm really enjoying it. And of course, the next book is coming out next month, I think. So I should be.
Wait, okay. So Nolan was the first one.
Yes.
So Fairlane's the second one, and then the third one's coming out. Okay. In my head, for some reason, I mean, like, I already knew Nolan was the first one from the first time we've ever talked about it.
Right.
But, like, just now I was about to say, okay, so Nolan was the second book. Fairlane's the third, so it's not going to be a trilogy. It's moving on to a series. Okay. A quintet, possibly, if you will.
I mean, it should be.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to.
I do have a question.
Yes.
So you said Nolan was more about the city than the actual people. Is Fairlane also more about the city or world than it is about the actual people?
And I think I said Robert Jordan, but it's Michael J. Sullivan. And
you did say Robert Jordan. That's okay.
This is the part where, you said you get the storylines mixed up. I'm just getting the names wrong.
I just get everything wrong.
Yes, he said that in the 3 books of this series, that Persepolis was going to be the main character.
Okay.
So the lives that are centered around the city are, obviously, you have to have them to have the story, but it's really more about the city itself and how it's progressing.
Okay.
In history.
I feel like I would like that. Like, just the idea of it, watching the city and world progress.
Yes.
As opposed to necessarily following some people. That sounds interesting to me.
It's really good so far. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. I'm glad. How far have you progressed at all in The Great Hunt? Or were you just finishing Nolan?
I am. Hold on, let me check Storygraph.
Please do.
I have not read yet this week, but I did read last week.
Okay.
And let's see. I'm 31% through. I'm on page 220.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what chapter that is.
That's pretty good though. 30%. It's not bad.
So
practically 50.
The last book in the series, which comes out in 35 days, is Ezra Haddon. And
is that one word?
Yes. It's
interesting.
ESRAHADDON.
Huh.
And I'm pretty sure I already have that with a credit.
Wow.
Because I pre-ordered it.
Yeah. No, yeah. If you pre-ordered it, you'll get it when it's released. Definitely. That's cool.
So, yeah, I'm really excited. And then, of course, when I'm done with that, I have a whole bunch of stuff loaded on here that I can listen to.
Yeah.
I have thought about using a credit to get The Great Hunt because I know it would just help me finish it faster.
Yeah.
And Emma keeps making little comments. I sure wish you'd finish this book
you would catch up to me.
So I could finish this book.
Our friend, who also came to the gender reveal, who I got started. Well, no, I didn't get her started on ACOTAR, the series. She was already thinking about starting it, and I was like, oh my gosh, now I'm gonna read it. She is done with the main trilogy, and as for my reread, I have only read the first 2 and started the third one for like 2 seconds. And I mean, I've already read them, so it's like not that big of a deal. But I don't like starting series and then never continuing.
Yeah.
So she has to read. The next one she's going to be reading is A Court of Frost and Starlight, which a lot of fans just call the Christmas special because most of her books are like 2 inches thick.
Right.
And that one is like a little baby. A little baby book. And then then it'll be the next one that I have not even read, A Court of Silver Flames, which our other friend, who also came to the gender reveal, is like, when are you going to read it? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Maybe when the other person gets to that point, because I keep telling her, I'm a dummy, and I have 2 copies.
Oh.
Because I had ordered them twice.
That's right, I remember.
So when you get there, please do not purchase that book. You can just have this copy. So maybe when she gets there, I'll actually read that one.
That's funny. I'm glad you mentioned your gender reveal again, because I meant to mention that 3 of our biggest fans were there.
Yeah.
Of course, your mom.
Right.
And then Katie.
Yeah.
And Lexi.
Yeah.
And Katie was so funny. She's like, and I was like,
she is so silly.
And she goes, it's Brooke and I was like, Beck.
She's like, oh my gosh, I've been happily booked. She's funny.
Then she introduced me to Lexi, and I was like, oh, yeah. Now
I didn't even click in my head.
I have a face to put with the name.
Yeah, because I talk about you all the time, Lexi. Whenever you get to this episode, I talk about you all the time. Yeah.
So, it was very funny.
Yeah. And Cherie has actually listened to us too, which I think I knew, but it just didn't click in my head until she was like, oh yeah, so I've heard you then. Because she's never met you.
Right.
But I said that, she's like, oh yeah. That's funny.
That's funny. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty fun. I mean, I hope I love my friends and family. And I love spending time with them and like doing fun things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so like introverted most of the time that I don't know what to do with myself, especially if like the party is quote unquote about me. I can't stand it. Like, I don't know what to do.
Were you feeling a little nervous?
I was a little just almost overwhelmed.
Right.
But not in a really negative way. Just like there's just a lot going on and I just want to talk to everybody, make sure. I don't know. I've never been good about having like all eyes on me.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like it. And and we already knew the gender, by the way. Me and Austin already knew the gender. We were throwing a gender reveal party because we thought it would be fun to tell everybody else what the gender was that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was fun. But if you see the video and when we do the poppers, I just sort of like, yay, and I like wave my arms. Like, almost like I didn't care. I feel like that's what it looks like, and I'm sure I'm the only one who thinks that. But it's because we already knew the gender, so it wasn't like I was going to jump up and down and scream and squeal like a little guinea pig or something,
right.
You know? So, but,
I guess I can say her name because no one knows her last name or where we work. Miss Angie asked this morning. She came in as I was opening the back door, and she goes,
oh, yeah, they didn't come. I was wondering.
She goes, what's the gender of Brooke's baby? And I said, a boy. And she goes, is she happy? Is she excited? And I said, yeah, she is. She wanted a boy.
Yeah.
And I told her what you told us, that you wanted a boy and then you got pregnant and you just wanted a healthy baby.
Yeah.
But you still get your boy. So.
Yeah, but I still got a boy, so that's cool. I keep telling Austin, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if it comes out a girl? That's going to be wild. What are we going to do?
I actually think I don't remember who it was, but I think I know someone that happened to.
That's crazy.
That they were told it was, but I think it was a long time ago, like before being able to tell the gender was it's easier now. I think
I can only imagine
technology
it is. Technology is insane these days.
And they were told one thing and then got something different.
What a shocker. Here you go, baby girl. All your stuff's blue. Here's your monster trucks and tractors. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I have finished a few things.
Okay.
I was really hoping I was gonna come into Monday and be like, I finished 3 books. Isn't that wild? But that's not the case. And in case you were wondering, where is it? Storygraph says I am 9 books behind.
Uh-oh.
But I have finished 2. And just the other day, I was still 8 books behind. So, I mean, we're going to get there. I finished the book, The Honeys, by Ryan LaSala. It was pretty good. I did that one on audio. I gave that one a 3-star just because it was genuinely entertaining, and there was a lot of creepy moments because it is more like YA horror, I guess, more a YA psychological thriller horror kind of thing. And it was pretty good. It was pretty interesting for the most part. I didn't really care for the ending. I kind of thought the ending was a little silly. I don't know. It just or unnecessary. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it for people who might be interested because the book was just fine. I just didn't really care for the way it ended. Yeah, that's all really I got to say about it. But yeah, it was a decent audio. I started to listen to it because I was, as everyone knows, I've been sort of in a reading slump. So I've been trying to like gradually get back up there, get my groove going again. And I was watching a BookTube video, and the BookTuber was like, if you're in a reading slump or something, I think this is a good audio to listen to. And she said The Honeys. So I was like, I just immediately downloaded it and like started to listen to it. And it was okay. It definitely did keep my attention. It definitely did keep my attention the whole time. It had some good creepy audio included. Like if they were talking about, like if he was talking about how he can hear his sister in his mind and she's not around anymore. What she would say would come in as the audio, but it would sound like kind of ghostly and stuff. And behind him talking. And there's a lot of bees. Bees are a huge central point of this book. And when the bees were brought up, you would hear buzzing and stuff. Just a bunch of little things like that. It was a pretty decent audiobook. It is YA. I think maybe YA is, I've really grown out of it, maybe. I still can enjoy it, but I think that's the reason it's at 3 stars instead of anything higher, is the fact that it's YA, which is fine, I guess. It's not really for me as the audience, as I'm clearly not a YA, but whatever. And just the ending, I wasn't really a fan of it, but it was fine.
The older you get, the harder it is to admit you're not a YA.
It is. I was just poking fun at myself earlier today when I was at Cherie's house, and I said, I like showed up and I was wearing these pants and tennis shoes and stuff, and nobody can see these pants, but they're not my pants.
I didn't think those looked like something you would normally.
They are Austin's pants. And I said, I'm sorry that I just showed up looking like a middle-aged dad because I was wearing my tennis shoes and these pants and stuff. And
how dare you call Austin a middle-aged dad?
No, I was calling myself a middle-aged man or dad. And no, he looks great in these pants. I look a little goofy. And then I was like getting ready to leave, and I was going to the bathroom, and before I went in, I meant to say middle-aged again, but instead I said 30-year-old, and I was like, I'm 28. I'm basically a 30-year-old. Like, I can't say that. That doesn't apply. Ridiculous. And she's 29, so she was like, yeah, here we are. I did finish another book. It's a novella. This is the one I had people vote on Instagram which audiobook I should start. And the options were The Chestnut Man by, I want to say Soren Sveistrup. Yeah, that's right, Soren Sveistrup. And this one, which is And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer by Frederick Bachman. And I just should have known. I should have just started the Frederick Bachman because he won, obviously, by a landslide. Yeah, this book was only an hour, and it was so good, so great, so sweet, but so cruel to me. I mean, I like ugly cried.
Oh no.
It was so sad. I don't even want to talk about it. It's following a main character who's older, and he is struggling with Alzheimer's or dementia. It doesn't specify. But it just sort of follows him with like coming to terms with that, and it shows how it affects his relationship with his son and his grandson. I'm getting teary-eyed. It's so sweet and so heartbreaking. And it's only an hour, and it's really good. It was 5 stars.
Yeah, I think it would be harder on you. Like, it's hard on my dad sometimes because he knows he can't remember things like he used to remember.
Yeah.
And I think that would be harder than just not knowing that you didn't remember.
Yeah. That's such a it's just such a heartbreaking topic.
I think it's harder for your family when you
Mhm.
don't know that you don't remember.
Yeah.
But I think it's easier for you when you don't. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know what you mean. And I think I agree. I think you're right. But it was such a good book, and there's somebody in specifically I want to recommend it to, but I don't know if she'd be able to hold it together at all
Oh.
while she listened to it, because one time I made her watch The Notebook with me,
Mhm.
and as you know, one of the characters I think is Alzheimer's. I don't really know. Has that, and it like completely tore her up.
Yes.
But it was really good. It was really sweet. I really just want it. I want to own it so I can reread it again and like go through and highlight stuff. And I really feel that way about most of his books because he's such a good author. Like there's so many things in his books. I'm like, I really wish. I'm glad I'm listening to it because I can instantly listen to it and read it, but like I can't hold it in my hands and highlight the stuff I want to highlight.
Mhm.
And there's so many moments. Like in Anxious People, there were so many good quotes. And in the other ones, there were so many good quotes. I can't think of what their names are. Not Britt Marie was here. My grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry.
Mhm.
So many good quotes. It was so good. I read it. I finished it, and I texted my mom because I saw it was already on Scribd because she had already listened to it.
Mhm.
I was like, "You listened to this cruel book?" And she was like, "I did." And she was like, "That's actually what I was talking about when I said that Frederick Bachman was going to be the death of me." I was like, "Yeah, like that was pretty rough."
I wonder what traumas that he has gone through personally, because what he writes about is so deep and so like
real
hard.
Mm-hmm.
But he always finds a way to like twist in that humor into it.
Yeah.
To where it's not, I'm gonna cry.
I know I want you to like listen to this book so bad, but you're not going to be able to handle it. Oh, yeah. That was a really rough read. It was an amazing read. It was great. It was 5 stars, 100%, but it was tough.
A Man Called Uva was like, I told myself, you're not gonna cry. Brooke cried all the way through this book.
Brooke is a baby.
And no, that's not what I was like, you're not going to do that because you're going to just reserve your tears. And I waited till the end to cry.
The end was so good.
The end was so good.
Oh! Yeah. And it doesn't help that I'm pregnant. So the hormones are just
probably makes it worse.
Raging. I mean, I almost cried the other day thinking about the dog that Russia sent to space. Like, and I almost like started to like, I almost had to like just stop doing anything I was doing and just boohoo because it was so upsetting. And it is upsetting. I don't want to talk about it. But that's what I finished. What are you currently reading? And then we'll move on to me.
Just Fairlane and The Great Hunt is all I'm reading right now.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I am currently reading, I almost said Anne Rice. I'm currently reading The Wolf Gift by Anne Rice. I am, how far? 14%, I think. Is that updated? I don't think that's updated. That's not updated. Let's update it. 20%. 20%. And it's fine. I'm enjoying it. I think at the moment how I feel about it is like 3-star, maybe 4-star. I think that some of the decisions these characters have made are a little far-fetched.
Yeah.
But it is a fantasy, gothic-y romance something.
Yeah.
So, it is still a fictional book. So people make far-fetched decisions in real life, and then even more so in fictional books.
Right.
Yeah, the main character, he did something near the beginning that like made me almost not really like him.
Oh.
But I don't know. Then it got talked over, the thing he did. It got talked about. They discussed it. And I guess everything is fine within the characters. But like,
you still don't like it.
I'm like, why did they do this anyway? But it's fine. I don't want to tell you what it is because I don't want to give anything.
Might be someone out there who wants to read it.
I don't want to give anything away. It's not that. I shouldn't say it's not that big of a deal. In the fictional world, it's really not that big of a deal. But I just don't know why. I just don't know why. But the rest of it is, so far it's okay. I think it's written pretty decently. It's entertaining. Yeah. I don't know. I'm only 20% through, so, whatever. I was sort of hoping that I was magically going to read almost all of this on Saturday, which did not happen. And then, like, finish it really quickly before you got here.
Yeah.
And then I could be like, 3 books. Oh, wow.
Which also didn't happen.
But that's pretty much it. I did start The Chestnut Man on audio. I don't think I'm going to continue it on audio just because I'm not really vibing with it on audio.
Mm-hmm.
I have this book. I have it. The Chestnut Man. It's upstairs. So I could just read it physically, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an audiobook right now, so I need to pick one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it for me.
Well, that's it for me.
That's all she wrote.
How long have we recorded today?
52.
That's not bad.
I mean, some of it's a little... No, I paused when we had to actually mess with the audio.
Yeah.
And there was a little bit of audio I'm going to have to cut out, but, well, yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Well, all right then. Well, thank you for listening, everybody.
Woo.
Don't forget to check out the show notes in case there was something that we talked about that you're interested in reading. Don't forget to check out the Sideways Sheriff. And if you want to purchase anything, we have merchandise courtesy of Miss Tracy.
Woo.
Special shout out to our kindred spirits who were at the gender reveal. Hi, Katie. Hi, Lexi.
Hi.
Our 2 biggest fans outside of family.
Right.
And just thank you to all of our kindred spirits all around the world. We haven't checked it in a while.
No.
But it's pretty amazing that we're being listened to in other countries. So thank you very much for listening to us.
Yeah.
It's splendid to know there are so many kindred spirits in the world. Until next time, stay happily booked.